Hi guys. Now I know I just said that I'm not going to do a video today, but I've been putting this off for too long now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just a little review on my little French backpack, day pack, or bushcraft pack if you like. So let's put my remote over here. Trying to do this the best I can. It's very muddy around here. But anyway, so capacity wise, it's about, say, main compartment, it's about 20 litres. You've got two side pockets, two side pouches, one on each side, like so. So all in all, I think it's about 30 litres capacity, including the side pouches, and obviously you've got a pouch on here at the front, right there. So inside, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the pros and cons of this pack. Because I believe that there isn't a bomb-proof 100% backpack out there that's good for, that has everything, every feature, every comfort under the sun. It's a bit like choosing a bushcraft knife. It has its pros, has its cons. There's no such thing as a perfect bushcraft knife or perfect bushcraft pack. However, if you, for the new people on this channel, if you want a good, solid and robust backpack that's not expensive, that is on budget, then look no further. This is one for you. So we've gone through the litre, so it's roughly about 30 litres, but it can be extended, which I'll show you in a minute. What I'm going to do, because I'm just testing my tripod out in a minute, I'm just going to put this tripod up a little bit, like that. Probably angle it down as well if I can, make it better. Okay, so it's in frame a bit more now, guys, hopefully. New to all this, so okay, so don't worry if you can't see my face. You can, as long as you can still hear me. Okay, so this pack, hopefully you can see it now. So it's made from a canvas, waterproof canvas that is coated with rubber. But I still, like a lot of people do, still put my waterproof stuff sacks and bag liners inside as well, because you never know. In my opinion, no bag is going to be waterproof. Especially if you are in the weather all day long, in absolute torrential rain. If you like it or not, your bags are going to get wet, your clothes are going to get wet. I don't care how waterproof they are, at some point they will get wet. So the prevention is better than the cure, as they say. So I always keep everything in stuff sacks. Okay, so we've gone through the capacity. Okay, so what you get is like a rubberized canvas material. So on the other side it's coated with rubber. It is I've had this in a horrendous weather, and it's really held up really well. And even on the inside you've got another coating of the same kind of rubber as well. It's all heavy duty stitched throughout the lid and throughout the pack as well. Going in the back, so you've got like a lock there, so it's to stop water from ingressing. So if your flap is like that and the rain is coming laterally rather than down, so these are there to prevent it. Now what I've seen other people do as well, and these just clip off, by the way, so you've got two buckles, so you just press and unclip like that, And again, you've got the same waterproof material on the inside as you have on the outside as well. Obviously it doesn't come, as I explained before, I like to keep everything in dry sacks, so I always put dry sacks in all my backpacks regardless if it's waterproof or not. Again, I don't want to repeat myself, but it is what it is. It's what I like to do. So lost myself there. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so it has these two flaps there. Now what other people have done, in what I've seen, is to put this flap on over the top and actually put these two flaps on the top and obviously clip them together, forming a seal. So if it starts to rain laterally, you can actually do that as well. But to be fair, I keep everything in dry packs, so I don't have that problem. But if you want to do that, then that's fine. So in here you've got about 20 litre capacity. I've got everything I need for the day out. That's why I call it my lightweight bushcraft bag. Now these side pockets here are really long. I mean, look how long that goes, right down there. It kind of just swallows half my arm. So they're really long. So, and that's what I like it, because obviously I've got my thermos, and just take that out. Not many packs at this size has this. Okay, so you put that in there and it fits it absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And for a small pack like this with long pockets like this, I think it's absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Again, the pockets have got your durable rubber coating on the outside and on the inside as well, and throughout the inside, all of the pockets held together with obviously your two. They are small clips, but they are actually quite robust. But they're not as good as the ITW Nexus buckles, which I'll get to shortly. Okay. Inside as well, I'll just take this out. Just where my tripod probably falls over. Okay, so inside as well, you've got two compartments. You've got the main compartment there, like this, and you've got another flap there, which I keep my ground sheet in for when I'm sitting down and putting all my stuff on, as you've probably seen from my other videos. So you've got two compartments, that one there, which is really handy for me, and the main compartment as well. Okay, as you can see, it's got all my kit in there that I need for the day, and it just puts in there absolutely no problem at all. Obviously that comes across here, clips onto these flaps, or storm flaps, whatever you want to call them, then you're good to go. This lid goes over the top. Okay, so also got a pocket in the middle. It's very wide as well. Again, I've got my stuff sack in there. So again, exactly the same materials, rubberized material on the inside as well. But look how big this is, guys. Just look how big this is. You know, I could fit both hands in there. Absolutely superb. Now this pack is very similar to the Italian Alpine, I think they call the Alpine pack. But to be fair, I prefer this one because of the way it's designed. You know, the Alpine pack doesn't have this middle pouch on the back here. Although you can probably stitch one on yourself. Or obviously it does have a molly strap where you can like probably put something on using Alice clips or similar on the Italian Alpine pack. But this pack already has a pouch there, so again it comes in really handy. You fit everything in you need. So again, that's closes using the same buckles as what's on the side. The main flap goes down here. On the back, you've got a really robust grab handle. and another one here made out of plastic. Now sometimes I use that probably to hang up maybe on a tree or something like that. Again, it comes in handy. Oh, forgot to mention as well, before we get down to the front, is this. So on top of the lid, you've even got 2 lashing points there. Okay, so you've got 2 vertical lashing points. So put some straps in, put a woolen blanket over the top, maybe a sleeping bag, I don't know, it's entirely up to you. So 4 rings there to add extra lashing points. Okay, so again, right, so front of the pack, you have 2 very robust canvas shoulder straps. They are padded. It's not brilliantly padded, but they are padded, and I've had no problems with them. But I think for the guys, for the skinnier guys amongst you, they'll probably want to put some extra wrapping around here. Okay, but I've had no problems. Obviously, you've got 2 hanging points there, 2 loops there, so you can hang your carabiners or whatever you want to hang onto there as well. Very, very, again, we've got like heavy duty stitching all the way along there. Really, really heavy duty stitching. You know, triple stitched there, cross stitched. You know, it's generally really, really good. Really, really good. Okay, but this is the main party piece that I like of this pack. Is on the rear of the pack, it has a hidden compartment, which is just got a flap, got some Velcro on it. Now this part isn't waterproof, this bit, okay, but it is really, really strong canvas. But it doesn't really need to be. If you're carrying it on your back, you know, this bit here is protected from your back of whatever waterproof jacket you're wearing at the time. So everything else is pretty much waterproof except for this bit. But again, I've had this in torrential rain and horrendous weather, so it's not really been a problem for me. But anyway, back to the pocket, secret pocket, undoes with Velcro, and again, really generous, guys, really generous. Now what I put in here to add extra padding is just a sitting mat. So I've got a sitting mat that I've used, you might have seen it in my videos, and I put that in there, fold it up, put that in there, and it adds extra comfort. I think it's a brilliant idea. So yep, so that's the straps. Now on the bottom, even on the bottom, we have lashing points. Okay, so again, you can lash more gear on the bottom of it, sleeping bag, anything you want, maybe a jacket or a blanket. So you've got like 2 loops here. You know, slip something in there, tighten it up, and there you go. Now originally, I think it had another strap here which I cut off because 2 reasons: A, I didn't need it, and B, it just got in my way, so I cut it off. Left this bit here just in case I needed to strap something else on. But and it does annoy you, especially in the summer seasons when you're just wearing a t-shirt and not a jacket. So obviously that will press against your back, which will start to annoy me. So the other strap that was originally here, I actually cut off. But originally it was there for, I believe, was a radio. So you've got like a slot where the radio would go in there, and then obviously it would get cinched up by the straps underneath. But alternatively, you can pretty much strap whatever you want underneath. So it's not only you've got lashing points on the top, you've got lashing points at the bottom as well. Very robust construction, like I say, heavy duty canvas, heavy duty stitching, lovely rubber coating, which it's really dries quickly as well when it's soaking wet. And it's a bloody brilliant pack. It really is a good pack. So I keep bending down. Again, I've got to get used to this tripod, so I'll have to do some experiments like highing it and lowering it in there. But I just wanted to get the backpack in shot. So I know it's a little bit strange, but the video's not about me, it's about this pack. So I'd rather have the main focus on the pack rather than myself, if you get me. But yeah, so yeah, I can't really fault it. I mean, you can pick these up in good condition between 30 and 40 pound. All right, between 30 and 40 pound, guys. All right, for really robust French Army pack, which is what this is, which I'll come to. This is a French Army Alpine pack. Okay, French Army Alpine pack. Now I believe they did 2 versions of this. I can't comment on the other version because obviously I've not had it, but I have seen pictures of it, and I've seen a YouTube video on it. Now I believe this is the French Alpine F2 pack, because the F1, the older version, although it's very similar to this, has different buckles. The older version F1 pack had metal, shall I say, like sliding buckles, sliding, so a bit similar to this. Okay, so instead of like these kind of buckles where you just press and do that, the older version, the F1, actually had this design, which again I'll come into in a minute. It has this, so it's like a ladder lock, and it was metal. But this version, this is the F2, has plastic, as these are made out of plastic instead of metal, and they have buckles, these quick release buckles, which the F1 didn't have. It's just purely like a ladder lock, a sliding, I can't remember what you call them, but you just thread it through and then just tighten it up that way. So they're not as quick to undo as what these are. But apart from that, as far as I know, the specs on this F2, which is what I've got here, and the F1 are exactly the same, except for the buckles are different, and they don't have clips. That's as far as I know, so correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Just put it down in the comments. I've never reviewed the F1 before. I can only review what I've got with me today, which is this one, the F2, which I've been using for quite a long time now. So the pros of this pack. Let's sit down, getting old in me old age. Put the camera up a bit. So the pros. The pros are, it's made of very robust materials. It is waterproof to a certain extent. So if you're going to be out in it all day in the rain, like I am most of the time, I do recommend putting some waterproof bags in, or stuff sacks, pocket liners. Excuse me, I just had my dinner. Things like that. So yeah, it's bomb-proof materials, very heavy-duty stitching, lovely waterproof rubber coating on it, and the clips are good, quick release clips, compared to the old one, the F1 model, which can be a little bit of a faff trying to undo, by the looks of things, which I've seen other people mention. It's you look at 30 litres. One thing I didn't mention before, now I mentioned about it, is although this is 30 litres, you can actually extend it, because if you look at the top, there's 2 more clips, one there, one on the other side, for these to go into. So you can actually hire the pack probably right up here if you wanted to. So it's like a bucket pack, so if you want to put more gear inside, so you can just as well do that. So you can probably turn it into from 30 litres to probably 45 litres, I don't know. Now they do a larger version of this pack, but it doesn't have any side pockets or a pocket at the front. I can't remember what model that is, but it's supposed to be really, really big and probably not as comfortable as this one. Okay, so if you're doing bushcraft outfit, or you just want a day pack, I highly recommend this. You know, it's very cheap, affordable, bomb-proof for what you're getting. Very, very good value for money, definitely. It's got a lot of accessories. It's good pockets, and it's a general all-rounder for the price. What you're getting, guys, it's you can't beat it. You really can't beat it. It's a nice traditional bushcraft pack, even though it's an alpine pack, but if you want to go down to the traditional routes, even with the Italian Alpine Pack, what they call it, that's also a good pack, but it's not as big as this one. It's really small, and it's not as well thought out as this one is. Okay, so that is the pros. Okay, now we go into the cons. Okay, so again, everything has cons. Okay, so the cons. Although this is a waterproof pack with nice rubber coating, if you're going in places where it's going to be brushed against twigs or thorns, etc., this material is going to get scratched a lot. Okay, so I was lucky to get this ages ago now. I can't really remember for the life of me where I got it from, but already, you probably can't pick it up on the camera, already I can see like scratches, and eventually this will probably penetrate the rubber coating on it and probably look like it's been shot. But it's still very robust. You can always put a cover on the top of this if need be to protect it, but eventually it will get scratched. Like I say, it's not 1,000 Gajora material, it's just basic canvas, heavy duty canvas with a rubber coating, so expect it to be scratched in the course of time, especially if you're like me and go into thick brush and thorns, etc., like most of us do in bushcraft and camping, etc. So that's one con. Okay, the con number 2 is these buckles. Now, say if you've got cold hands on the day which frosty, snowing or whatever, these can be difficult to undo if you've got cold hands. So they're not like the ITW Nexus buckles that you get on most British Army packs, which you can quite easily undo with one hand. If you do this with one hand, you know, even struggling now, it can be done, but you can see I'm actually struggling to do it. And this is on today where my hands aren't very cold, they're not wet, they're not cold, but if my hands was cold, I'd actually struggle to do that with one hand. Okay, but they are very secure. Okay, that's con number 2. Con number 3, again we come to the buckles. Okay, so you undo these buckles, do it with both hands now so it's quicker. Now, you don't get much leeway with these straps. Now, you can put probably more straps on or sew some more straps on that are longer, but as you can see, if the camera picks that up, that's all you've got, and you can't cinch these up. So once it's there, you know, that's what you're left with. So there's nothing there to cinch it down. You know, I'd like to have straps to cinch it down tight. I'd like to keep everything cinched down tight. And that's another con. You can adjust these, but the only way to adjust it is you have to push the canvas in there and then just pull on the buckle. And as you can see, that extends it slightly compared to the other one, which I've kept as tight as I can. So you can see that. So on the left, or my left, I've loosened that, and on the right it's pretty much tight, and that's all you've got. Okay, and to tighten it is exactly the same thing. So you have to push there and pull that tab there, and that goes back to, that tightens it up so much. But for me, it's a bit of a con, bit of a faff, because I like to, you know, put my stuff in, clip it up, bring the strap down, and then just tighten it up. And then away you go. That's what I like to do. But with this, you can't. It's a lot of faffing about trying to cinch these down, and like I say, there's not a lot of play with the straps either. You've probably got like maybe less than 3 inches of play in the straps. So that's probably one modification that I'll probably do in the future, one modification that you guys could probably do, or if it doesn't bother you, then just leave it as it is. Okay, so that's another con. Another con is con number 3 or con number 4? I can't remember. Right, okay, so these straps, okay, especially that goes into the lid, okay. Now we've got probably the same problem. I would have preferred if this, to put the main lid down, was a buckle like it were on the pouches. Now I don't know why they didn't put the same buckles on here as they did on the pockets. I've no idea, but you'll see. So you've got like a slidey, I really don't remember what these are called, guys, so you have to bear with me. So as you can see in focus, this is what you've got, and this bit here, this moves, it moves up and down. Can you see that? And that is what the strap goes in. So the strap, take your strap of your lid, you put it through the bottom hole, like so. Okay, then this is the faff part, right? This is what I don't like. Okay, you then have to thread this through here. As you can see, it's taking its time, and I've had this pack for a while, and even I struggle to do it. So you imagine trying to do it when your hands are cold. Okay, so as you can see, I'm really struggling to do this, especially on camera, and how long it's taken me to do it. I would have froze to death by the time I put this strap through. The fact that I'm right-handed and not left-handed, the way that would help as well. So I'm not going to edit this out, guys, because obviously things like this do happen when you're outdoors, and if your hands are cold, this is what's going to happen. This is why we test our gear out. Now normally I can do this straight away, but because the gods upstairs know I'm on camera, and they're probably laughing at me right now. So we've got it through. So thread it through the bottom, and then it threads through the top, and then you just pull it all the way through. Okay, so then you can grab that and then pull it up. Okay, now we'll be changing these because it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, if I want to get out of here fast because it's bad weather or something, I want to pack my gear up and then go straight away. Okay, so that's another con to this pack, is these could have had buckles rather than these silly little sliding buckles, you know, which I don't know what they're called. Again, if you know what they're called, just drop comments down on this video. So yeah, that's probably the only cons I can think of at the minute. Is, you know, the main one really for me is what you've just seen me do, is putting the top flap down. Apart from that, I can live with the rest. It's just that them two sliding buckles there, that's really difficult to put the straps in, the webbing straps in. So yeah, that's probably the biggest con. Well, that's, you know, that's probably about it, to be fair. There's got probably more cons, sorry, not more cons, more pros to this pack than there are cons. You know, the pros of this pack outweigh the cons, really. You know, the biggest pro is the price that you're getting for a pack like this. I mean, how much does a custom pack cost these days? You know, out of the same materials as this pack. You know, it could be hundreds of pounds, and for this it costs about 30-40 quid for what it is. Yeah, French has done a good job for a change. So yeah, so that's my mini review. It's been a long time in the on my waiting list to do. I've got loads more reviews to do. So I thought this pack it does deserve a review. It is worth mentioning. And if you're a bushcrafter just starting out with a low budget or not got a lot of money to spend, and you want to know what pack to buy, then this is one of them. And again, for the same price, I will bring with me next time another pack, which was my go-to day pack for years before this one. And I'll probably do a video on that next time. But hopefully it's made a decision on what kind of packs. There are packs out there that you don't have to pay the earth. You don't have to cost the earth to buy. £30-40. It's not really expensive, is it? Especially if you're getting a good quality pack that is water resistant as well. And for the features that this offers, you can't go wrong with that. You really can't. So yeah, I'll leave that with you now, guys. Now I wonder if I have to press this button again.